good job. Pull up the pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets and dents, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in my pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euro. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist. What now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest. No recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables. Now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it. That's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking. They don't even gotta say it. Nope. They ain't thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
First down, Cleveland.
That's it. 180. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On first and 10, Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up second and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Kill. Hatchet. Joker. Watch the eye. Grace don't travel.
running right. Here's Falk. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Just like that. Just like that. Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight dog. Alert flare. Alert flare. 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 Check. Check 43.
Now a give left side to Falk. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
This one complete into the hands of Higgins. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check the backer, check the backer. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
No lack of guts at all on that one. Normally in this situation in the red zone, that type of play isn't run, but I think they're trying to catch the defense off guard and also break tendency. No one really runs that type of a play. Guess what? We are. Let's see how you handle it.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult pull to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Here we
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
2nd and 9 now. This pass complete to Higgins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set, ready, 90, Wolves.
You got 3 down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Colts 3, Browns nothing.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 50, clear. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 10.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. So we got man. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. It's complete. He finds Falk here. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Browns first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll run it on the toss. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I got you, boy. Check 99. Check 99. Check 26. Check 23. 218. Chopper. Check 4. I got you.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 25.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
65.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously cost one.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 1-yard line.
Set. 60, orange. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch Blue Dog Porkers. Blue Dog Porkers. Hut.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Open man is Higgins. And they work this out past the 25. 27 yards there, a first down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll cut it to the right. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but
Okay.
you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On second down. It's Brown, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they sequence things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
He's got Higgins over the middle, and he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
On the set. 149. Here we go, D. Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right. Let's go.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, the 40, the 30, 20, 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up. Secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
A good spot to throw, and indeed they'll come out with 4 wide receivers here on 2nd and inches.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
2nd down and inches. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Here we go. Check. Ready, go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man Hilton. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Here we go. 50-60, Pittsburgh. Cut. Check nickel. Ready, go.
Now they try the right side here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mike, 53. It's coming this way. Here we go.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say, on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I think in normal situations, most play callers would probably shelve that play. In this situation, down in the red zone, got a little something extra to play with. I like the way that he took a shot and went after it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Come on now, let's go.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
SOS. Shoot. Check 37. Check. Topper.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there for Indy. 56 6 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
4 down. Check. Kill. Turn up. Kill, turn up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Bandit. Rush in.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Mayfield off the play fake. He finds Beckham complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Slam. Team spill. Hey, wahoo!
Mayfield on play action. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Delta. Ready, go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Higgins. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Here's a second and 7. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Ready, break. 22's coming. Papiah, 64, weak.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They find some open field here. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now Mayfield, wide open receiver, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
What we got? 5.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. 4th down, Mayfield. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Mayfield to throw it, eluding the pressure right. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And again, it's Mayfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Touchdown, Denver.
Here we go. The Browns will go for 2.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
He's back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Oh, that's true. You've said that before.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your time.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take... be out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They try to take a shot there on 2nd down, and that leaves them because of the incompletion. A very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with the time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
Alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
20.
Check 53. Stop your body.
Here's Mayfield. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. This is caught, and so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he is all the way up past the 25. And he is all the way up past the 25.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Indianapolis, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.